What's up, movie freaks? You're hanging with HERO LAIR. My name's Dan. This is my meathead buddy Josh. Look at all the space we got.
Oh my
Look
god,
I can have my invisible lat syndrome.
Yeah.
All I want, right?
I actually love that. I love watching people walk around like this that are like 100 and maybe 100 pounds.
Yeah, carrying invisible luggage.
Yeah, but this is quite opulent.
Yeah, that's good. We do miss Sean and Mara. They couldn't make it tonight, but you got us meatheads. What brought us together? What's assembled the two of us here? Avengers Infinity War trailer. Finally. They showed stuff at Comic-Con like in the summer. And it's leaked here and there, but I've never gotten a good look at it.
Yeah, and I didn't get to see this. I had the longest day ever, so this is going to be first look watch for me, which is pretty exciting.
Let's do it.
There was an idea to bring together a group of remarkable people. To see if we could become something more.
Oh. Vision
So
was
when
a
they needed us, we could fight the battles
that they never could.
Blonde.
Hulk's back on Earth.
In time, you will know what it's like to lose. To feel so
Stranger's
desperately that you're right, yet to fail.
Spidey sense.
Spidey sense. That's amazing.
Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. And get this man a shield.
Fun isn't something one considers when balancing the universe.
Oh yeah.
But this does put a smile on my face.
He's just a kid.
Wow. That. Wow.
Who the hell are you guys?
Oh my god! Are you serious? Oh.
That was cool.
Holy shoot!
A lot going on.
Wow! Wow!
They kept Thor with the eye patch.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I mean, obviously, spoilers for Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, he loses his eye.
Yeah, he's gained the wisdom of Odin, and he obviously they're gonna carry that through. So
That was funny.
yeah.
I gotta say we watched Justice League together, and I enjoyed it. There's definitely some flaws, but one thing that stood out was I wasn't a huge fan of the look of Steppenwolf. But watching Thanos, they've definitely that's the best he's looked in anything I've seen, right? Because he showed up at the end of Avengers. You've seen him in Guardians of the Galaxy and some other post-credit stuff. That looked great, man.
Yeah, you know what?
As a big purple
alien
guy,
yeah,
he
exactly.
looked really good.
Well, here's the thing. We look back at Star Wars, right? And you remember Yoda the puppet versus Yoda the CGI. Yoda the puppet is honestly 30 to 40 times better looking in terms of reality and tangibility than the CGI, and that is often the case with a lot of the characters. This the way they've done Thanos, yes, he is purple, but it's subtle. It's a bit more of a subtle purple. There is the skin doesn't have that kind of CGI sheen. There's almost like an kind of desiccated dustiness to the. It basically looks more real.
Yeah,
like it looks
hue.
more tangible.
Yeah,
it looks like he looks like more believably as this being of real flesh and blood that just looks different.
Yeah.
In fact, he looks like some football players we've played with, like with that big jaw and his little flinty eyes. You know what I mean? I don't know. I really enjoyed that look, and it wasn't overdone. I mean, they really messed up with Apocalypse in X-Men.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got the voice, he's got the stature, he's got the look. It's just believable. Really liked it.
Yeah, I
really liked it.
That's very cool, and especially with what they gave him, because he's got like cutoffs, right? He's got it's like tickets to the gun show. Which would kind of work because we've seen him with armor before, but you know, at that point he's already got a couple gems.
Yeah.
What the fuck do I need armor for?
Yeah.
Right? Come at me. You're not gonna touch me. Which is kind of cool, just to show the cockiness. I'm gonna destroy your planet.
Yeah.
And I won't even have to cover my arms. I won't have to wear a helmet.
Yeah.
Because
he's just such a warmonger. And who knows? Maybe like as he gains more of the magical ability, maybe he accessorizes. Maybe it. You know what I mean? Manifests in some other capacity. But I really enjoyed that.
What Vision as a human?
Yeah,
that looked interesting. So is he just manifesting that look? Because he created his cape out of nothing.
Yeah. I mean,
manifest something.
It's really hard to place limits on Vision.
Yeah,
I mean, like, first of all, they take their own renditions of powers. They kind of, you know what I mean. They take their own personal takes and variations on powers.
Right.
So whatever they put in there, but yeah, like Vision, given that he is encrusted with one of the Infinity Stones. Yeah. It's kind of like the world's his oyster.
He was.
Yeah. Well, I said
ripping it out.
Ripping out of his forehead. Yeah. Just prizing it out.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
Iron Spider looked cool. So he's gonna throw the
cape.
This whole thing, the tone of it was cool, especially coming off Thor Ragnarok. We went and watched that as well, and look, there's no doubting that was a funny movie.
It was a great movie.
And the fact that it was that director's movie. Like heading into Thor Ragnarok, I watched some of Taika Waititi stuff. Mm-hmm. One thing on at least Netflix Canada is What We Do in the Shadows. It's like a little mockumentary on. It's almost like a MTV Cribs, but with vampires. It's really funny.
Really?
So at least you can say that when they gave him the keys to that movie and gave him the reins, he did his movie because that is his.
Well,
whether or not you want to see a Norse god act that way, is the subjectivity, but you can't deny that it's funny.
Yeah,
there's like no messing around in this.
Yeah,
like this.
Yeah,
there wasn't even like the one little. Even in the Age of Ultron trailer, there was like little quips, like little things that kind of ease up.
There was a definite tone of severity in here.
Yeah,
and there was that epic feel that I think that. Thor Ragnarok, as much as a great movie, veering on the side of comedy almost, right? Yeah. Again, like I liken it to the difference. Maybe we'll talk about it when we review that. Yeah. But like the difference between Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Robin Hood Men in Tights. Like we were watching Hood, Thor in tights, essentially, right? But it was funny, good movie to itself. Yeah. But it
didn't have the weight. Like when he hits Spider-Man, I felt more weight there and shock.
It's that
than Surtur. Yeah. Spoilers for Thor Ragnarok. Then Surtur
destroying,
actually invoking Ragnarok.
Yeah, exactly.
And the apocalypse.
Exactly. Yeah. There was a definitive epic feel. A very definitive epic feel. Like when you look at that one scene at the end where it's Thor, Cap, all the Avengers, and followed by I think it was the Wakandan, the natives of Wakanda. Yeah.
We'll watch this again
because I think they're the warriors from Wakanda. I'd imagine.
I always say, and someone in our comments actually helped me with this, but the first thing that comes to mind is the Jem'Hadar, and it's not the Jem'Hadar.
The Jem'Hadar. That's
fucking Star Trek.
Star Trek with
the Dora Milaje.
The Dora Milaje. The Jem'Hadar are the reptilian race that Worf likes to do this to. Yeah. Oh, one to the gut, one to the back.
Works every time.
Every time, works like a jet.
Oh my! How'd you beat me? And there's no counter for that move. There's absolutely
no. You just because once this gets you, you're paralyzed.
Yeah,
and that's the one that knocks you up.
Yeah, no move. I don't care if you're Conor McGregor.
Was it Kirk or Spock who invented it though? That's the question.
Why don't we just? Who was the captain before Kirk? What was his name?
Oh, now I don't know.
They're going back to the 60s. Yeah, because he was replaced. Anyway, Marvel. Let's watch this trailer one more time.
Okay.
Because I think there was a lot.
There was an idea
So this is Nick Fury's original speech in Avengers.
Oh right, yes.
Some guys, but they've given the lines to other people. We're gonna talk through this too, guys, so just deal with it.
I've already watched it.
So when they needed us, we could fight them.
And yeah, I know the scene you're talking about. It's almost like all these Avengers movies, and even though they've had different directors, like Joss Whedon did first Avengers and then Avengers Age of Ultron, and this one is the Russo brothers, who've done Civil War, and they did the second Captain America. What was that one called? Winter Soldier?
Winter Soldier, yeah.
So now they're running the ship now. They always do that one little scene, which is almost like splash page taken right from a comic.
Yeah, and which is always
and this one was another one.
I like the spider sense. He didn't seem to have it very well in other movies, but he's getting
Maybe
hit.
he's developing.
Probably because he's getting hit by flying objects a lot.
Run from it.
So you gotta imagine, fucking Loki.
Yeah.
He screwed us. Yeah, he looks
Great.
great.
Look. So look at the modeling on the skin, the scar.
Yeah.
He's not uniform. So the secret to reality and perfection is imperfection. That's the secret to beauty and reality and tangibility.
Yeah, like it can't be perfectly symmetrical,
right,
otherwise it throws it all off.
Yeah.
That's cool. Nomad. Is he gonna be Nomad?
The Hulkbuster series.
You know what that reminded me of when you're talking about Thanos with the purple and the hues? It reminded me of the difference between the Ang Lee Hulk and then when they brought Hulk back in Avengers.
Ed Norton.
Well, that was Incredible Hulk. They did it a little bit better. And then the Avengers Mark Ruffalo Hulk really perfected that different tone of skin. Which kind of sucks with Steppenwolf because he was just gray.
Yeah.
It's like,
And
how different shades of gray can you get?
He did have a shiny kind of like didn't have that tangible flesh color.
What are these four-armed things?
I have no idea.
So we got War Machine.
Yeah.
Falcon was up there too.
Yeah.
Black Panther. That was cool.
And the Army of Wakanda.
So some shit's going down in Wakanda.
Yeah, and it's just so. But like I can feel the epic weight of it. Yeah. I don't know how they're gonna blend these guys into it. Because these guys are the opposite of that serious epic tone and feel, which is what they were trying to go for in Ragnarok. Because like, hey, Guardians of the Galaxy was a success, Deadpool was a success, and they made it funny. So why don't we make Thor Ragnarok?
And audiences get bored. I mean, we can't all go and see, because once you go through Iron Man 1, Ant-Man was a take on that. Yeah. The first Thor, the fish out of water.
I don't count Ant-Man. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, he wasn't in this at all. No. That was interesting. Yeah, you didn't see any of him.
Oh, that's a shame.
And he's in the movie. I don't mind Ant-Man. I just
didn't need his whole movie. That's all. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
Which is the great thing about comics, right? I mean, you gotta understand. I think me and you always grew up as the big kids. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I think we kind of, and this is the awesome thing about comics because there is something for everybody. Like my wife just loved the Punisher series on Marvel. Yeah. But if she tries to watch anything else where someone actually has superpowers, she's like, forget this, I'm out. Yeah. Right? But someone with the Punisher, she really got into it. So that's the great thing about comics, that you can identify with something. Yeah. We were the big kids, so we like Juggernaut, we like Thor, Hulk, Colossus, Hulk, all that other stuff. But I can totally get. There's, even though Ant-Man becomes Giant Man, which is cool. Somewhere there's someone else who, really digs, turning into an ant. Yeah. I mean, totally serious. Love whoever you are. Yeah, didn't see any of him in there. Didn't see Hawkeye. Scarlet Witch is in it really quick, but yeah.
As a blonde,
So, which I hope they don't show too much. So we already know some. I actually didn't really want to see Winter Soldier in this. It would have been better to
to just keep it.
Does he take him on ice? Does he take him off ice? But I guess you just gotta assume that everyone's in this.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. Like again, this was my first time actually watching this, and I have a really good feeling about it. Like you know what I mean? I have this really, and especially after I think Black Panther is going to be really good too. I think it's going to be very interesting, and I think it's going to have a nice tone to it as well. And I think
because that comes out before.
Yeah. So I think, I think that kind of sets a bit of a precedent because Wakanda seems so heavily involved in the in this one. So you know what I mean?
Like that was a massive Braveheart type battle running against each other. Wonder, I gotta let us know in the comments who those four-armed things are. I don't know what they got. They got to be some sort of. I mean, they're obviously some other army of Thanos that he's taken over.
Yeah, I have a lot of comic reading to my repertoire, but I've never seen those.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I didn't see. I know that Thanos has some legit henchmen. What are they called? They have the hardest names. There's 5 of them. There's like 5 henchmen that are.
I don't remember.
They're almost like adoptive.
Yeah.
Adoptive kids, just like how Gamora and Nebula are supposed to be.
Yeah,
I don't know if I
just like as Darkseid has his, and as Apocalypse has his Horsemen, right? Like
I'm scrubbing through this really quick to see if I see anything, but I thought who's throwing the spear? Who's that? Is that one of them?
I don't know. I can't really tell. It could even. I can't even tell if because the jaw's covered. It could. I don't know if it's Thanos.
I don't know. No, it can't be Thanos. Looks way too small.
Well, it's just
that might be who we're
the frame.
thinking of. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Could be,
but
could easily be.
Yeah. If I mean, this is just such an unimaginable thing to pull off, man. Like all the how many characters in this? Like 30 something.
Is that Thor?
That's Thor. Yeah.
Is he not? Is he missing an eye patch there? Or?
No, it's there.
No, it's there. It's just kind of it's hazed because of the light. That's all.
Yeah, but man,
that's amazing.
This is a hell of an accomplishment. I mean, 10. It's gonna be 10 years. Mm-hmm. The first Iron Man was 2008, right? So
we've said it before, but we're living in an incredible age of film adaptation.
Wow, man.
I remember being in grade 8 and just thinking to myself, why don't they make a Wolverine movie? Yeah. Like, I remember having this conversation with a friend of mine in grade 8, just like, I don't understand. These are such amazing comics. Mm-hmm. Why aren't movies being made? Yeah. And then we're waiting. What came out? Captain America, the 1990 whatever it was. And it was just like, never mind.
Wow, yeah, he's on the motorcycle. And
big
ass bulb helmet. The biggest team ups we had back then were the Incredible Hulk TV shows. Like, I vividly remember having on VHS The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, which was, Daredevil guest starred on Incredible Hulk. And they had Hulk and Thor.
Yeah.
And, at the time, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Look at the costumes.
Yeah, that was mind-blowing at that time.
And now there's literally Thanos walking and talking.
Which is incredible.
Wild shit.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right, guys. We'll be there. Come on. Yeah. We're going to buy your tickets as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah.
Let us know if there's some cool stuff we missed. We're going to watch this thing probably another half dozen times.
Oh, yeah, we definitely missed a bunch.
Yeah. Jump into the comments. No spoilers, please, in case you've watched any leak things. But, we asked some questions here. Please answer them. Give us a like if you enjoyed the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. We got some other videos up on the channel. We'll hang out with you guys again real soon. Bye.
Ciao.